Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. This is Brain Training, um, part of the Bond to Build platform, Brain Training every morning at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm your host, DeAndre Ricardo. There's no one in the room yet, so as people climb into the room, I will give them shout outs as they climb into the room. Today, we're gonna be actually two videos. Two videos by Bob Proctor, and talking about um, setting goals. We're talking about building habits and getting rid of old habits and starting successful habits. And that's what I'm working on. I've been working on all week, um, establishing new habits, new successful habits. And so these two videos, I will have the links of these videos when I post it. When I post, letting Mike in the room. Mike just entered the room. How you doing, bro?
Right.
You up? Okay.
Hey, how's it
So
going?
we good. We good. I'm gonna get started with the videos.
Okay.
The Bob Proctor
Uh,
videos. I got two of them.
Kayla's on the road, so she won't be joining us.
Okay, that'd be fine.
Let me mute myself here.
So we're gonna get started. I hope you all enjoy. Once again, Bob Proctor. Oh, Liz just entered the room, so
Cool.
welcome, Liz. Shout outs to Liz.
Hello, how are you?
I'm feeling fantastic.
Great.
Yeah,
Very
we
good.
were just about to get started. I got two videos. The reason why I chose these videos is because this is what I'm working on establishing new habits and just working on mindset and establishing habits. And I've been working on it all week. And these two videos I've been listening to all week.
Okay.
They're by Bob Proctor. So I just love the way he breaks it down. So
Okay.
once again, everybody, ladies and gentlemen in the room, Bob Proctor.
Hello, Mr. Demond.
Howdy.
Let me know when y'all can hear the sound.
Hello there and welcome. It's Bob Proctor here. I'm going to take you back in time and space by using this flip chart here. I know we've got all kinds of technical razzle-dazzle today, but I want to communicate this idea to you. First, let me ask you a couple of questions. Have you ever wondered why you look like your relatives? Have you ever wondered why you have many of the habits or idiosyncrasies that mom and dad or grandma has? These are good questions. Have you ever wondered why you keep getting the same results over and over and over again? Have you ever asked yourself why individuals who have phenomenal education, they have degrees coming off the end of the business card, are not doing very well, while others who maybe never saw the inside of a school, earning millions of dollars and building giant organizations and doing all kinds of good all over the world? Have you ever asked yourself these questions? I did. In fact, I have spent the past 55 years asking nothing but those questions. And you know something? Seeking you'll find is good advice. If you're looking for it, you're going to find it. I'm going to explain why all these things happen. I'm going to explain paradigms in such a way that a child could understand it, but I'm not going to insult your intelligence. Now let's think for a moment. Our mind controls everything. Dr. J.B. Ryan said the mind is the greatest power in all of creation. Now, I have had people say to me, wait a minute, God is the greatest power. Wait a minute, God is the greatest power. The mind is the greatest power in all of creation. God being the creator, mind is the creation. Now, let this here represent your subconscious mind. And this represent your body. Do you know your subconscious mind is programmed with something called a paradigm? Do you know what a paradigm is? Paradigm is a multitude of habits. Now, a habit is nothing but an idea that is fixed here in the subconscious mind that you act on without any conscious thought. And it's our actions that produce our results. If we want to get really technical, it's the action causes a reaction, and the action-reaction alters the conditions, circumstance, and environment in our life. Now, we are programmed genetically. That's why we look like our relatives. But then after birth, we're programmed with our outside world. If you were born, let's say, in New Jersey, to an English-speaking Roman Catholic family, but you were taken to China and placed in the suburbs in a home that maybe knows nothing about English, they might be Buddhist, they might not have any religion. Do you know that you would grow up fluent in Chinese and have absolutely no knowledge of the English language? You see, whatever goes in from the outside world when we're children becomes programming. We're programmed genetically, and then we're programmed environmentally. Well, at a certain age, a psychic barrier comes up here, and we develop something that's called a conscious mind. And the conscious mind has hooked up to it sensory factors. You can see here, smell, taste, touch. And here we have higher faculties. We have something called intellectual factors. We have perception, intuition, the will, reason, imagination, all these marvelous tools here. Now there's a power flows into our conscious mind, and we have the ability to think anything we want to think. Do you know what we're going to think? We're going to think thoughts that are in harmony with the paradigm. Because play with this. The paradigm controls the vibration that your body is in. And make no mistake about it, your body is in a vibration. Vibration is the law of the universe. The law of vibration decrees everything moves, nothing rests. This physical instrument we're living in is in a very high speed of vibration. If you looked at it through a microscope, you'd see it dancing right before your eyes. In fact, if you put your body in a completely dark room in front of an infrared television camera, you'd see yourself as a glistening, radiating, gleaming form. Semyon Kurlin, way back in 1934, the Russian photographer, he perfected a form of photography where you can photograph mass, the body, and you will see the ray of energy coming from the body. See, there's a power flows into you, and it flows to and through you. And when it comes in, it has no form. Now, you can build negative ideas, or you can build positive ideas. We build ideas that are in harmony with the paradigm. Do you know why? If the paradigm is built with X-type energy, you're going to think X-type thoughts. If you have been raised with a paradigm where lack and limitation is common, it's just the way it is, you'll never become wealthy. If that is the thinking, oh, I know intellectually we know we can become wealthy, but the paradigm says no. You will probably take this power that flows into your conscious mind, that you could make anything out of it you want, and you'll make ideas that are in harmony with the paradigm, because it's the ideas that you impress upon the subconscious that controls the vibration. And if you start to impress why ideas, you're going to move into a very uncomfortable vibration. What would be a why idea? A why idea would be quit your job, sell your house, take the money, and invest it in a business so you can be your own boss. That's a why idea. That'll scare the daylights out of most people. Why? Because it's not in harmony with the paradigm. Now, your paradigm is controlling your results. You can have people that have all kinds of degrees here. Intellectually, they're brilliant, but the results don't match. You'll find other people, no formal education, no business experience, their results, they're earning millions of dollars. Why? It's the paradigm. Now, what you want to do is learn how to change the paradigm, and we've got to...
Hello there and welcome. I'm Bob Proctor. I've got something here I think you're going to like. I spent 5 years working with Earl Nightingale. He was considered the dean of personal motivation. He's been gone since 1989, God bless him. But he helped a lot of people. He was the most listened to man in the history of the broadcasting industry for a number of years. But working with Earl was a great experience. He was a wonderful mentor. He taught me one thing. He said, Bob, the first 5 or 10 minutes of any day is probably going to dictate what your day is going to be like. Do you know, I thought about that and I found out he's right. That's a very important time for me, the first 5 or 10 minutes of a day. I have an idea that I think you can benefit from following Earl's advice. Just watch this for a second.
Welcome back to 6 Minutes, and today's idea is worth its weight in gold without question. Habits. Good habits will give you results that stick. Bad habits will destroy everything. This is Bob Proctor, and I'm going to be one of the first to admit I have some bad habits. That's right. All my habits are not great. So if you've got some bad habits, don't feel bad. So does your next door neighbor. So does your mentor, your coach. So does your mother and father if they're alive. So does everyone. And the trick of life is to replace a bad habit with a good habit. I used to hang around bars all the time. And one day I went in, I picked up a glass and I looked around and I thought, they're all bums in here. And then it dawned on me, I'm always here. I learned something. I put the glass down and I said, I'm never coming back here again, and I'm never going to drink this, and I never did. That was a long time ago. But you know what I did? I went from spending all my money in the bar to the racetrack, and I started to bet it all on horses. So I went from making somebody with a bar get wealthy, and then I started to feed the horses. And one day I woke up and I learned something. If you don't consciously and deliberately replace a bad habit with a good habit, you will automatically create another bad habit. Now, what is a habit? A habit is an idea that has been planted in the garden of your subconscious mind and then repetitively fed for a sufficient period of time that you act on it without giving any thought to it. I'll give you an example. I want you to right now mentally imagine you're pulling on your underwear in the morning. What foot do you put in first? I put my right foot in. If I tried to put my left foot in my underwear first, I'd stagger and I'd fall over. You may say, what's this got to do with it? It's got everything to do with it. Why do I put my right foot? You may put your left. Certainly a lot of people do. Well, when I was just a little gaffer, didn't have a clue of how to put underwear on, my mother or my grandmother or my father or somebody came along and they had the underwear read, put your foot in here. Your other foot. What did they do? They had the underwear prepared as if they were going to put it on. And so pretty soon, I was doing it like they were doing it. They, through repetition, planted the idea in my mind. Well, now think of this. You don't just form habits of how to get dressed. You form habits to do everything that you do. And some of them are not that productive. Any idea that you keep dwelling on and impressing upon your subconscious mind becomes fixed in the subconscious mind. A habit is nothing but an idea that's fixed in the subconscious mind that you act on without giving any conscious thought. Many years ago, I went in to train the Prudential Insurance Company of America, their agents. I ended up training all of their agents. And I only got them to do two things. This is in the early 70s. I got them to form the habit of being in front of a prospect before 9 a.m. and ask everybody they talk to purchase $100,000 worth of insurance. I said, you don't have to sell them, just give them the opportunity to say no. You know, the sales in that company went up by hundreds of millions of dollars. I had a retired VP tell me he thought it was $1 billion. Just changing two habits. What habit do you want to change? I'm forever checking out habits I've got. I'm in the habit right now of changing my diet. And you know something? I've been doing it for going on 3 weeks. It's getting easier, but it's still not that easy. I still like to reach over and eat some of that when nobody's looking. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. I'm looking. What habit are you going to form? And you shouldn't try and form more than two at once. It'll become too big and too heavy and you won't form any. Make up your mind you're going to do it every day, every day, every day, until you don't have to think about it, and then you'll automatically do it. I guarantee you, this idea will change your life. Think about it all day, because that is definitely an idea that will give you results that will stick. This is Bob Proctor, and thank you.
I do it right. Hold
Bob Proctor is right on time today.
on. Ain't he on time?
Man,
Ain't he on time?
You know what? Bob Proctor sounds like the gentleman from last week.
Uh-huh. We started
Wow.
to see the pattern in the
I'm
Matrix.
telling you,
I know.
it's
And you-
exactly what I needed all week. And like you said, it's not easy. What you gotta do, you gotta focus on it every day.
Right. But like I said before, you know, my thing is procrastinating. I know I have bad habits. Like he said, he he has bad habits too.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's just a matter of, deciding, okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to replace it with something good, you know, and not replace it with something just as bad as what what you were doing before. No,
Exactly.
this is and I'm learning how to write a little faster too, you know, with the notes and everything. But that was good. It was right on time, DeAndre.
Yeah, I'm learning I gotta keep notes because it's so easy to fall back. It's so easy to fall back, and you just gotta keep the notes. And I make the notes as simple as possible. Like he said, work on 2 things, and I just keep the notes as simple as possible.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that was the thing that got me in, and it was a good confirmation for me because like I've been going back and forth with my eating habits the past few months, and I'm on my 2nd or 3rd week of, for the most part, eating the way that I know I should, and it's not becoming like a I gotta do this. It's more like, ooh, I'm looking forward. I felt good about what he said because he said practice.
Is he freezing, DeAndre?
I might be.
Oh, you heard me.
Yeah, because
Oh, okay.
they're doing internet work in our area. That's why I'm on the phone.
Oh, okay.
The second thing that I'm working to improve is just writing down the main things I have to do each day and then eliminating distractions because I realize checking emails, checking social media, you know, keeping 1,000 tabs open when all I need to focus on, let me do these 2 or 3 things that I need to do for the day that are most important. And then after that, I can kind of relax a little bit. So that's been helping me be more productive as well. I was having too many things primary in a day, and that was jacking me up.
Well, one thing that I did starting this week, because sitting at my laptop all day long, I take little sticky notes or any little scratch paper and write something down, a phone number or something. And so I've been doing this for a long time. So I decided, I think it was just a few days ago, I have several notebook pads. So it's going to be, so I transferred those little notes into my binder, and I'm going to write notes as I go along in this one binder. This binder, has notes in it or phone numbers or whatever, and it's just a daily record, of whatever I write in there. So I could just go there and just flip over, and if I need something from there. So, but it's here, and it's the beginning of creating that dynamic. But yeah, that's something that I'm starting to do.
That's a good one, Liz. That's a good one. The little sticky note thing I used to do that, and it was a mess because it's like now you have all these sticky notes. You don't know what you wrote where. And I'm just like, this cannot be the way.
Yeah, this is really good for me.
Awesome.
Yeah, I started just making little blocks, like simple things that I can do. Like I just want to have a routine of things that I do that's real simple, and each of them add up to, at the end of the day, it makes me feel productive, and I know I've done the work for the day. So, and that's on my end. That's
Exactly.
Like after I after I come from the job or whatever, I'm trying to have it set up to where I can just get right to it. It's very simple. I do it over and over and over again. So I want to get to the point like he was talking about, to where I can do it without thinking about it. And that's what I want to get to. But it's hard getting to that point because you're so easy. It's a lot of stuff that I do that's unproductive where I don't think about it. I do it without thinking. So now that I'm consciously trying to change it, it's kind of difficult. But
I don't know if it's you or me. I think you froze.
It's going to take time. You know, you're just getting started. So it's like the way you're saying it is as if you've been trying to do this for the last month or 2 months or whatever, but you're just getting started to do that. So, you know, give yourself an opportunity to get used to doing it.
It was.
If that makes sense.
It was things I was doing before, but now that I realize how much I have fallen away from doing them. So it seems like I'm doing them for the first time again. So I just want to stay on track. That's what it is.
Mm.
Yeah.
Was one thing I wanted to add to that is when we do go off track, not to beat ourselves up and live in the fact that we went off track for so long.
Absolutely. Yes.
Don't stay there too long.
Yeah. So that was the videos for today. I hope it inspires everybody. I was inspired. I'm going to keep on listening to them and just have it on repeat. So
yeah, that was good. Thank you.
Good luck with everybody through your forming new habits.
It's good to be doing this with y'all.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too, you know, because like I was saying, these little nuggets and things that you're sharing, these are things that, you know, we already know, but we need reminders. And that's what these are. These are reminders, you know, and you're more receptive to doing it now that, you know, you got somebody actually saying that, and you can start creating, you know, as we're doing, you can start creating the beginning of those habits.
Right.
And
it seems easier with the community that we have. As long as I stay plugged in, it's like I get the energy from you all. Like, you don't have to even be in the same room, but you just still feel the same energy, even though we're miles apart. You still feel the energy, and I have to stay plugged into the community, the Bond to Build. That's what's so fantastic about this. That's why I love Bond to Build.
And you know something, the utilizing of the word energy, I am hearing that all the time now. I never really thought about it, and that relates to, you know, the way you think, you know, what a person brings to you, their energy, you know, whether it's positive or negative. And when you said energy, I'm saying, okay, this word I'm hearing too often. And another word he said was I can't read my notes. And writing so fast. What was that word he used? I can't really. Oh, vibrations.
Oh yeah.
Vibrations. I mean, I'm hearing that, you know, as well, and you know, repetition, and you know, those type words that, you know, I never really, you know, was really not a part of my vocabulary, you know, in describing, you know, your, you know, what you do, your emotions or whatever, your thoughts.
Yeah, I think that's part of being plugged into this, like with us kind of, you begin riding on a different wave, as they say. And it's like you're in a different vibration. So then you kind of hear things and notice things differently. And that is the beauty of, I think, coming together with other people whenever you have something in common to bring people together. There was two things I wanted to add before we close out. First, I wanted to let everybody know that I did speak to Jojo Pa over the weekend, and she told me to let you know that she is being obedient to her health. So she is doing what she needs to do to be good, you know, but she was good. We will have some laughs. some good conversations. So just wanted to let you know that so that you didn't have to worry. And then the other thing was we talked a little bit about checking in the community and having accountability. One of the things that I am doing for myself, and I'm gonna open it up for anybody who wants to stop by, I'm going back and forth, but I think it's gonna be on Friday. I just don't have a time yet. And I just wanna, like, the way that we start the week with brain training, I wanna have something to end the week that I kind of reflect on. And I came up with this, calling it Friday, kind of just celebrating the things that had went well during the week. So I'm gonna put an event calendar together once I secure the time, and you'll see that in the events calendar now. So if you ever wanna come on Friday, and just to kind of stop by and we have brain training to kick off the week, and then I'm gonna have Friday to end the week for anybody who just wants to stop by and just, check in, kind of like an accountability group in a way, just so you can say like, hey, this week I set out to do X, Y, and Z, and this is how it turned out, so I'll have that open for anybody who wants to stop by.
That's awesome.
Okay.
That's
for me, and I'm opening it up.
Accountability Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it Friday. It's a celebration of accountability.
Yeah. Cool.
We're gonna call it what?
I call it Friday.
Friday.
Oh, Friday. Oh, okay. How big?
The way you did, Liz. Friday.
Right.
Okay. Is this going to be open to the public or what?
Open to anybody. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll post it on the events calendar inside. You'll see it.
That's gonna start this week?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already excited.
Wait a minute. Speaking of events calendar, I don't use the events.
You said you don't use it?
That's another habit I gotta start, I guess.
But luckily, there's not too much to keep track of on there. It's just a couple events right now. It's gonna get busier though.
Right. I'm saying, and those are little small things that creates my mass confusion. Just little small things like that. Nothing really serious.
Yeah. Cool.
But anyway.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
All right, everybody, y'all can still hear me, so I'm gonna close it on out.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
It was enjoyable.
We'll
Maybe I'll see you Friday. Take care.
See y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.